Hello, everybody. This is Joe in Phoenix, Arizona. It's 3 p.m. I think it's March 25th, 2013. I just thought I'd share something with people who are interested in collecting bamboo fly rods. I've been collecting fiberglass rods for quite some time, as you might see. This is only a small part of it. Mostly collect Garcia and obscure fiberglass rods that are more than 40 years old, and fishing tackle of all kinds. Well, to make a long story short, yesterday I had a yard sale. I got rid of a bunch of stuff here in our little RV community, and a guy stopped by and said he had his grandfather's fly rod to sell. Well, I just got interested in bamboo rods, not only to fish with, but maybe to keep as investment pieces, collectibles. So he brought the rod over, and I was pretty busy, and he gave me this item. Didn't give it to me. I'll get into that in a minute. Sorry about the quality of this, but this is a bamboo 8.5-foot fly rod. I'll give you some more better pictures in a second here. Let me show you the handle. If I can. It's hard to hold the phone with the... Alright. It has a label on the cork handle that says Southbend number 55. Etc., etc. Known for famous fishing or something like that. And number 55. It's a canvas label attached to this looks kind of reworked cork grip. I knew the cork was suspicious at the time, but wanting to have a usable antique bamboo fly rod, being an avid trout fisherman, I said, why not go for it? Here's the detail, the wrappings and ferrules, the seat. Just show you the seat again here. And everything's intact. Really has a nice finish on it. And the other part here. The three sections looks like this. I got to fix that little hanging wrap there. And there's the end, the tip. Looks like carbide to me, but I'm not sure. I don't really know. Anyway, he said he wanted $100 because it was grandfather's and he wouldn't take $1 less. So I figured $100 for an antique bamboo rod would be great. So I just gave him $100 and he went away. So anyway, I've been doing a little research on the Southbend 55. It's one of the lower end of the early rods produced from the late 30s, I guess, sometimes into the 40s, according to the internet. But I found a question on allexperts.com that referred to a bamboo Southbend 55 fishing rod with a label on the handle. And here it turns out it should have a decal on the body of the rod somewhere. Well, there's no decal, no markings on this whatsoever, except for this label. And when I first saw the rod, I said, you know, I've never seen any kind of rod that had a permanent label, anyway, on the cork part. This appears to be a canvas label. And it was partially falling off. So I took it off and washed it. It was very, very dirty. Washed it in soap and water and then reaffixed it with some glue because I thought it was kind of cool. And the cork under it was absolutely white, pristine, almost too good to be true. The cork is it's sectioned. Now I'm looking at it, I think these look like reworked wine bottle corks. Which I just noticed because I've actually used wine bottles to repair cork before. Corks from wine bottles. You know, I have another video about that. I know it's kind of crude, but, you know, I'm operating on a tight budget here. So I sent pictures of this thing to all experts, to the same guy that reviewed the last rod, and I said, "Do you think this is this?" I found this when I was having a yard sale in Phoenix. Guy brought it to me, and the label on the one on All Experts looks different than this label. But All Experts says that no Southbend rod ever came with a label on the cork. So when I first saw it, I said it looks an awful lot like the label that you would have on the inside of the bag of you might have a tag on your the bag that would come with the reel at that time. It looks like a label that would be on the sleeve, the cloth sleeve that comes with a rod of this type. And so I took the guy's word for it, and I gave him $100. I planned on fishing the rod anyway because I never have fished bamboo before, at least since I was a very, very young child. So I don't know, I guess this is kind of a buyer's beware kind of thing, and I know everybody's going to say I'm a moron. It's actually a really nice rod. I mean, it's assembles well, fittings are good quality, and actually I'm putting this out there so that anybody that may have an opinion, if they know Southbend rods, if they recognize this, is this actually a 55 or 59? I can't really tell. I thought that first guide was suspicious to me, but the wrappings look original. Try to get that in focus. But the first guide looks very suspicious to me. But the wrapping appears to be original, and from what I've seen, it appears to be the right color thread for an antique Southbend rod, albeit a low-end one. But even a low-end one is worth a few $100, at least according to what I've read, but who knows. Not that concerned about that. I just am a little concerned that somebody might try to come up to me and sell me a rod that he claims is his grandfather's, just to rip me off for a lousy $100. I mean, I got thousands of dollars worth of fishing tackle in this place, and this is only a tiny part of it. So I guess there's no honor among thieves. Anybody out there that's a Southbend expert or a vintage fly rod person, if they have an opinion on this thing, I'd be very interested in hearing about that. My email address is all small letters, MANDUKE 1956 at yahoo.com. So anybody has an opinion on this, go ahead, you can call me a moron, that's fine. My girl was pretty mad about it because we were selling stuff to save up to take a trip here. And we got plenty of money, so this was kind of extra. So it really was just kind of a bonus. It seems like a nice fishable rod, though, so it's just, I was hoping it was the real deal. And I would really appreciate if somebody would chime in on that, either on here or send me an email or just comment on YouTube, whatever you prefer. You guys that really know these things, maybe you'll find this video and have an opinion on it. I know the handle's a problem. I'm also very concerned about this reel seat because from what I understand, a lot of the early Southbend rods, it would have had a different style seat. I saw a lot of them that were painted maroon. Of course, the paint could have been removed. It's got very coarse threads on the ring. And I do understand the low-end rods from the late 30s to the early 40s did have coarse threads on there. It actually looks correct to me, but as I say, I'm a novice to bamboo. So, anyway, buyer beware. Any opinions are quite welcome. If you need a vintage Garcia 4 or 5-star rod, please call me. I have plenty of them. Anyway, thanks. Joe from Phoenix, and I hope you enjoyed this and have some opinions on it. Good fishing, good collecting.